everyone, and welcome to Cat's Corner. My name is Kayla, and today we are going to be learning how to make a very simple day tracker so you can track your moods, the different things that you do, and anything else you think might be great to track. So, I don't know about you, but quarantine and practicing social distancing and staying at home a bit more than I'm used to in the summer has really got my schedule kind of all mixed up. I'm not really sure, you might sleep in, your kids might be at home and they're doing new things, you can't go out as much, you're trying to figure out new hobbies, and all that can really kind of set you off and maybe make you feel a little different than you typically might at this time of the year. So with this day tracker, it's going to be a great activity, I would say for maybe 12 and 13 up. I think it's perfect for any teenagers or adolescents who like to, keep a schedule and make sure they're doing that kind of stuff. Emerging adults who are figuring that kind of stuff out, and even all of us adults who need to know, maybe when our moods are changing, what we need to do, or things that we might like to change in order to keep a better schedule. So let's get started and look at this super simple and easy way to track our moods. So to start for this activity, we'll go over the different materials that you might need. It's fairly simple, and you can definitely do it with anything that you have at home. You are going to need somewhere to keep this drawn out image of your tracking. So I personally use what is called a dot journal. This is my dot journal. And inside it's kind of like a diary, it's kind of like a planner, it's a whole bunch of different stuff. But I use it to track all sorts of different things like what I like to read, maybe what I'm doing for the week. And so in here, I can have a different page every day for tracking what I did during the day and what I'm going to do. But I, for the purpose of this experiment, am going to use a bigger piece of paper so we can see it on a larger scale. So you will need something to track. You will need some kind of writing instrument. I just have this bag full of markers and nice pens. You could do it one color, you could do it multicolored. A ruler if you're someone who really likes straight, consistent lines. Maybe a pencil if you want to sketch things out first and then go over them again. Maybe some scratch paper if you want to write down some ideas. And then anything you might want to decorate. So stickers, embellishments, washi tape if that's something that you feel drawn to. Or you can keep it super simple and just do a drawing. So the first thing that you're going to want to do in order to complete your daily tracker is, if you're like me and you like to make a list, so you know things are in chronological order, pull out a piece of scratch paper and go ahead and write down just a very basic list of the different things that you did that day. Now, they don't have to be big things, not every day is like a go, go, go type of day. But for the purpose of this activity, we're going to track kind of how our mood changes throughout the day depending on what we're doing and what the time of day is. So it can be super little things like had a conversation with your best friend, ate a really good lunch, made a cup of tea, did some reading, anything that you think is worthy enough to be tracked. So I'm going to go ahead and sketch out what I did today and write a little list. All right, so as you can see, I have made my little list of the different things that I did today that I thought that I wanted to track. So they're fairly simple things like wake up, eat breakfast, I did some reading and some knitting while I watched TV, had lunch, I visited my grandmother at her nursing facility, I went out and bought some new summer clothes, I needed some shorts really badly, watched a little more TV, and then for my evening, I'm going to go and visit some family, and we're going to eat dinner together, but outside and all of our little socially distanced tables so we can see each other. So this is kind of my list of everything that I'm going to do today, and you might want to notate some other things if you want to track them, such as when you did these things, so you see how long you're spending on different activities during the day. But the second thing you're going to want to do is kind of go through each of your parts of your list and think about what your mood was like and how you felt when you were doing each of those activities. And you can do them very simple as like maybe a low, a medium, and a high, or you can kind of go in between, like I felt kind of happy here and kind of negative here. So I'm going to go ahead and write my mood for each of these as well. So the way that you track your moods might be a little bit different. I just kind of write whatever comes to my head at first. So for example, when I woke up this morning, I was very tired, didn't sleep very well. But when I got to eat breakfast, I had a bagel. I was excited because I did curbside at Panera, which I haven't gotten to do in a while, so that was really exciting. Felt pretty calm when I was doing some of my favorite activities. Visiting my grandma was happy, but also a bit sad seeing how she wasn't really allowed to leave her facility and all that kind of stuff. Buying shorts was a little happens. But I'm really excited for visiting my family this evening. I think I'm going to be really happy. So once you kind of have a general idea of what you think you're going to do, then you can pull out your planner, or I'm going to use a piece of paper for this. And you are going to draw out each of the different moments of your day, and you're going to show the different highs and lows as like part of a visual image. So I always think it kind of looks like a heart rate monitor, if you've ever seen that, where it goes doot, 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 doot. And you're going to kind of go, oh, that was a high, that's kind of medium, kind of low. And that's why you might want a ruler, because if you're a straight line type person like me, then you can kind of draw out all the different angles. So I'm going to go ahead and draw out the basic outline of my day, and then I'll come back and show it to y'all. All right, so I have gone ahead and completed a basic overview of what your tracker could look like. So here's mine. You can kind of see how it looks a little bit like a heart rate monitor, right? You have kind of your midline, your lows, and your highs. And you can really determine if you want it to always return back to the middle, if you want to kind of see how your moods rise and fall, but I gave a very basic indicator. So here's my wake up. I was tired, so I noted that, drew a little face, went down. Was really excited for Panera, kind of went back towards the middle for some calm, and then went a little bit down, and then grew back up towards the end when I get to visit family and have some more relaxing time. So from this, I might decorate some of the outsides. You know, I might add some notes such as the times that each of these happened, maybe the different people that I was with, some of my favorite moments of the day, and you can also track some of that stuff. You could also decorate, you know, add washi tape, add stickers, all that kind of stuff. But really, once you start collecting, you know, a handful of these, you can look over each of your days and compare them and see, oh, well, what is my mood typically when I wake up? What is my mood when I'm with other people? My mood when I get to do the things that I want, when I don't get to do the things that I want. And you can kind of start tracking all of that and comparing your moods and what you would like to change if you want to change things, or you might just observe. So if I notice that I'm always really tired when I wake up, maybe I might think about some of the things I'm doing either the night before or during the morning that kind of contribute to that. Maybe I don't go to bed until really late, so maybe I should try going to bed earlier. Maybe I'm drinking too much coffee and I would like to cut back on that. Maybe I want to assess whether or not my pillows are really supporting my neck. Maybe I have back problems, you know, all that kind of stuff. And you can start thinking about that and thinking about maybe some of the things that you might want to change or try something new, or even just see different trends in your life. So that was a very simple but fun example of a way that you can kind of track your moods and help to get yourself back on a schedule. If you start indicating times on your chart, you might say, oh, well, I need to start waking up, you know, at 8 o'clock. Mark that down every time you do. See kind of where the trajectory of your day goes after you start doing that. Or maybe you want to institute a midday yoga session or meditation session, and then you might see how your mood and other things in your life change after you start implementing that once you start tracking it. So I hope you enjoyed this video of a daily life tracker, a way to track your goals, your schedule, and all the things that you experience during the day. Please let me know if you start to use this tool, how it works out for you, the different things that you noticed, anything that you changed because of it. I would love to hear it and see it in the comments section. Thank you for visiting Kat's Corner. I hope you have an awesome day that you can now track.